Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with my post-fight analysis video from the fight last night between Taila Santos and Gillian Robertson. All right, y'all, this was a good fight. Good dominant victory for Taila Santos. You know, just like I felt Taila Santos was going to do. She was going to go in there and showcase her physical strength. And not exactly in the way I felt. You know, not exactly all the way I felt like she was going to do or how I predicted. I thought she was going to be on her feet more, you know, fighting in the clinch, fighting on the outside, maybe just showcasing her takedown defense. But she really went in there head up with Gillian Robertson. You know, she went at Gillian Robertson, took her to the ground, made it a dominant fight, was really grinding, ground and pound, just beating Gillian Robertson up all around, just out grappling her, out striking her on the ground. Now, I was going to say Gillian Robertson was beat at her own game, but this wasn't Gillian Robertson's game tonight. This was Taila Santos's. You know, Taila Santos has ground experience, you know, 12 years under her belt. So, yeah, this was her fight. I mean, let's go back and look at the fight real quick, man. Right away, Santos, she closed in with that pressure, goes in for a clinch, and Robertson, she gets the takedown. You know, she locks on and pulls Taila Santos down, tries to go for that armbar attempt, but Santos, she keeps cool, and she gets out. Now, right away, at first, I'm like, okay, why is Santos staying on the ground here? You know, this is where Gillian Robertson wants to be. But, you know, Santos, she's cool. You know, she's on top with the head in the chest, working and grinding, landing some good elbows. Gillian, you know, she's trying to stay cool, landing a few of her own elbows, but it's Santos who's really grinding. You know, she's really fighting and mauling Gillian Robertson. Right away, you can see that physical strength difference, too. I was like, okay, Gillian Robertson, she's in it for a long night now because Santos is controlling the top. She's controlling top position, and she's using her body to really control the hips of Gillian Robertson. You know, she's keeping Gillian Robertson in a neutralized position so she can't even try to get that triangle. So right away, I can already see that Gillian Robertson is going to have problems. Good first round for Taila Santos. Second round, Robertson, she starts off trying to strike. You know, she lands a good jab. After the jab, she shoots in for a takedown. But like I said, man, the strength of Santos is real. You know, she controls that clinch. She gets the takedown and inside control on Gillian. Gillian tries to go for that triangle up to the head and go for that armbar attempt, but Santos is a dog. She defends that armbar well. She uses a knee and puts it on Robertson's face and really puts that pressure on her until Gillian Robertson has to let it go. You know, she has to let that armbar go. So then Santos, she locks in with her legs with a triangle on Gillian's head, and she's almost about to get a triangle choke here. She's really choking. You see Gillian Robertson bleeding. She almost looks lost, but Gillian's able to escape. Now, I got to give her credit. You know, this is her strength as well. You know, she is good on the ground, so she will know how to escape at least and try to survive. So once she escapes, once again, Taila Santos goes right back to work. You know, keeps her on her back. She's mauling her. She's working her, landing some good ground and pound, and she finishes another round off strong. You know, she really has that good positioning to really keep her head in the chest of Gillian once again and just beat her up. Third round, Santos, you know, she starts off striking this time, and this is what I like to see. You know, she's pumping out my favorite, what's my favorite weapon? The jab. She's pumping that jab out. So Gillian shoots in for a takedown, tries to lock in the guillotine on Santos, but I'm like, okay, she's not going to get that. I can already tell that Santos knows how to just like slide out of that. You know, she's calm and relaxed, and she escapes. Back on top, Santos landing big elbows. You know, she's grinding Gillian in the top position, elbow after elbow. Like she's good, landing good timed elbows too, because, you know, she's like pressing Gillian, then boom, elbow comes. Presser, boom, elbow comes. Robertson's bleeding from the eye, bleeding up by the brow. You can see the blood leaking in her eye. And basically at this point, you know, I'm just like, okay, there's going to come a point where the referee might have to step in and stop this. But shout out to Gillian Robertson. She really held on strong, showed good heart, had survival skills in this fight, but it was just too much. Taila Santos, way too much of a better grappler. And like I said, good fighter on the ground as well. Really outstruck her. Landed more good elbows. Robertson was still game, though, to the end. You know, she tried once again for another armbar attempt. And I think she tried for 2 more armbar attempts. But Santos, she just kept breaking out of them. Too strong. And she would just go back to work in side control and finished off the round strong. So I had it 30-27 or 30-26. I had it 3-0 like a couple of the judges had it. But there was one judge that had it 29-28. I don't know what he was watching or what he was smoking. But, yeah, Gillian Robertson did not win a single round. I gave the whole fight dominant performance by Taila Santos. But, yeah, man, this is what I was talking about off of my eye test. You know, Taila Santos was the physically stronger fighter and the more complete fighter as well. And like I said, you can do that off the eye test sometimes. You know, you can look at the resume, but sometimes if you look at the eye test, but if you look at the body language, sometimes it can tell you a lot. You know, I could tell that Taila Santos was the physically stronger fighter just by her demeanor, her body language, her balance and her placement, her foot placement, and just the way she was able to handle certain fights. Now, I know styles make fights. You know, Gillian Robertson did submit Molly McCann, and Taila Santos went the distance with Molly McCann, but that gave me 3 rounds to really gauge her strength, her physical strength, and what she was able to do when she utilized other tools. That's the one thing I was looking at. That's why I was like, okay, Taila Santos is more of a complete fighter than Gillian, and she's hella strong. You know, then I look back at some of her past fights again. I was like, okay, Taila Santos is still really looking like the stronger fighter. She looks like the more, she looks like she has the stronger core and the stronger foundation. That's why I was kind of really basing that off of what she was going to do to Gillian Robertson as far as like out-strength her. And that's what she did, except she did it on the ground. You know, so shout out to Taila Santos. Shout out to Gillian Robertson. You know, just go back to the drawing board. She really needs to do some more work. She's still a young fighter. A lot of things she can work on. But yeah, Taila Santos from here, I want to see her in there with the top 10 opponent. I want to see her in there with the winner of Jessica Eye versus JoJo Calderwood. I want to see her face the winner of that fight, or the winner of Roxanne Modafferi versus Vivian Araujo. Those would be good opponents for her. But let me know in the comment section, guys, what y'all think. Where do y'all want to see Gillian go from here? What she needs to work on? And Taila Santos, who do you want to see her face next? Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.